Here's the Argentinian national team's top 7 most iconic away shirts. At number 7, 2018 World Cup edition from Adidas has a great 90s retro vibe. At number 6, the GOAT made his debut on the road in this 2006 gem. At number 5, Reebok absolutely nailed it with this 2000 edition. At number 4, Batistuta looked a golden god in France at the World Cup in this 1998 edition. At number 3, this was the last shirt ever worn by Diego Armando Maradona for Argentina at a World Cup, which was in the US in 1994. At number 2, the 2022 Adidas edition was worn by the likes of Lionel Messi as the Argentinians made their way towards the World Cup, which they ultimately won in Qatar. And at number 1, Argentina's most iconic away shirt is the early 90s Adidas Trefoil edition. It is a gem. Here's the Argentinian national team's top 9 most iconic home shirts. At number 9, the 1976 edition is sleek. At number 8, the minimalist 2015 Adidas edition is elegant. At number 7, the colors and the stripes of the 2018 edition are a nice touch. At number 6, Reebok's 1999 edition remains a fan favorite. At number 5, the World Cup 1998 Adidas edition is a great look. At number 4, the sleeves on the 1997 edition set it off spectacularly. At number 3, the 2024 Adidas Trefoil Anniversary Edition is an instant classic. At number 2, the 1994 Adidas World Cup Edition is especially nostalgic. This is the last one worn by Maradona. And at number 1, Argentina's most iconic home shirt is the 2022 World Cup Winners Edition. It's the GOAT for the GOAT. Here's Australia's top 8 most iconic away, special edition, and goalkeeper shirts. At number 8, Adidas nailed it with their 1999 away edition. At number 7, Nike's 2025 away edition is an instant classic. At number 6, the 2014 edition is so sleek. At number 5, Nike's black and white paneled special edition from 2005 is elegant. At number 4, the green and blue striped Adidas away edition from 1993 remains a fan favorite. And at number 3, the 1997 Adidas away edition is 90s design at its finest. And at number 2, goalkeeper shirts don't usually make the list, but the 1997 Adidas edition is so outlandishly otherworldly that it had to have a spot. So here it is, the most incredible goalkeeper shirt ever devised. And at number 1, the Aussies' most iconic away shirt is the 1984 Adidas Trefoil edition. It is a gem. Here's Australia's top 8 most iconic home shirts. At number 8, the sky blue and white 1992 edition is a great look. At number 7, the 2004 Nike 90 edition is memorable. At number 6, Adidas' 1997 edition is classic 90s design. At number 5, the Adidas Equipment Edition from 1993 is sleek. At number 4, Nike's Minimalist 2021 edition is much appreciated. At number 3, the 2025 Nike edition is an instant classic. At number 2, the colors, cut, and design of the 1995 Adidas edition are top shelf. And at number 1, the Aussies' most iconic home shirt is this plush 1990 edition. It is a gem. Here's Belgium's top 10 most iconic away shirts. At number 10, the 2000 Nike edition is sleek. At number 9, Diodor's World Cup 1998 edition is elegant. At number 8, the Baby Blue 2024 Adidas edition is a great look. At number 7, Adidas's 2022 Special Edition is classy. At number 6, Nike's 2002 World Cup edition is bold. At number 5, Adidas's 2020 edition is so dreamy. At number 4, Diodor's 1994 World Cup edition is spectacular. At number 3, the Adidas Trefoil 1984 edition is timeless and priceless. At number 2, the cut, colors, and design of Adidas's 2016 edition are top-notch. And at number 1, Belgium's most iconic away shirt is the white with rainbow script World Cup 2022 edition. What a gem. Here's Belgium's top 4 most iconic goalkeeper shirts. At number 4, the World Cup 1990 Adidas Trefoil edition is spectacular. At number 3, Diodor's 1996 edition is 90s design at its finest. At number 2, Diodor's 1994 World Cup edition is incredible. And at number 1, Belgium's most iconic goalkeeper shirt is the 1992 Diodor edition. It is dreamy. Here's Belgium national team's top 6 most iconic home shirts. At number 6, the 2008 Nike Euro edition is sleek. At number 5, the 1982 World Cup edition by Admiral is classic 80s design. At number 4, the 2002 World Cup Nike edition is a great color. At number 3, Diodor's 1998 edition looks great with the FA's logo woven in. At number 2, Diodor's 1992 edition is elegant and gorgeous. And at number 1, Diodor's 1994 World Cup edition is Belgium's most iconic home shirt. It is a gem. Here's the Brazilian national team's top 9 most iconic away shirts. At number 9, the 1998 Nike World Cup edition is sleek. At number 8, the 2000 edition is elegant. At number 7, the 2004 Nike 90 edition is a cult classic. At number 6, Ronaldinho looked incredible in this 2002 Nike World Cup edition, which Brazil won. At number 5, the 1992 Umbro edition is classic 90s design. At number 4, Umbro's 1996 edition is so classy. At number 3, the cut, colors, and design of the 2020 Nike edition are top-notch. At number 2, the Black 2023 Anti-Racism edition is a nice look and gesture. And at number 1, Brazil's most iconic away shirt is the uber rare white 2019 edition, which is very much appreciated. Jogo bonito indeed. Here's the Brazilian national team's top 10 most iconic home shirts. At number 10, the 1998 World Cup edition is sleek. At number 9, the 1997 Nike edition is Brazil's first by that company. At number 8, the retro-inspired 2013 edition is much appreciated. At number 7, the 2006 World Cup edition is elegant. At number 6, the sleeves and collar of the 2020 edition set it off. At number 5, the 2004 Nike 90 edition is a cult classic. At number 4, the 2000 edition remains a fan favorite. At number 3, the collar on the 1992 Umbro edition is classic 90s design. At number 2, the 2002 Nike World Cup edition is timeless, and not just because the Samba Boys won the tournament in this. And at number 1, Brazil's most iconic home shirt is the 1996 Umbro edition. It is a collector's item. Here's Cameroon's top 10 most iconic shirts. At number 10, the Puma 2002 World Cup Home Edition is a great look. At number 9, the 2017 Home Puma Edition has a great retro vibe. At number 8, the red and yellow Adidas 1996 Away Edition is eye-catching. At number 7, Puma's World Cup 1998 Away Edition is unforgettable. At number 6, Mitre,'s 1994 home shirt is timeless. At number 5, the 1995 Mitre home shirt is 90s design at its finest. At number 4, Roger Milla looked amazing in this early 90s Adidas Trefoil home shirt. At number 3, the 1990 Away Edition is somehow even more impressive. At number 2, Puma's 2002 Away shirt World Cup Edition is elegant. And at number 1, Cameroon's most iconic football shirt is the 1995 Mitre Away Edition. It is a star. See what I did there? Here's the Colombian national team's top 7 most iconic away shirts. At number 7, Lotto's Stripe 2004 edition is sleek. At number 6, the 1994 Blue World Cup edition is unforgettable 90s design. At number 5, Reebok's 1998 edition remains a fan favorite. At number 4, the 2020 Adidas edition is so dreamy. At number 3, Adidas's Black 2024 edition is elegant. At number 2, the cut, colors, and design of the 2015 edition by Adidas are top-notch. And at number 1, Los Cafeteros' most iconic away shirt is the World Cup 1990 Adidas Trefoil edition. It is a gem, a ruby in this case. Here's the Colombian national team's top 4 most iconic goalkeeper shirts. At number 4, the 2023-24 Adidas Trefoil Centenary Edition is elegant. At number 3, the 2024 Adidas Edition is a very good look. At number 2, the cut and colors of the 2025 edition are top shelf. And at number 1, Colombia's most iconic goalkeeper shirt is the 1994 Umbro Edition. It is a gem. Here's the Colombian national team's top 8 most iconic home shirts. At number 8, the 2019 Adidas edition is a very good look. At number 7, Reebok's 1998 edition is a fan favorite. At number 6, the diagonal stripes on the 2014 edition are a nice touch. At number 5, the 1994 Umbro edition is classic 90s design. At number 4, the 2018 World Cup edition has a great 90s retro vibe that I like lots. At number 3, Carlos Valderrama looked a golden god in this 1995 Umbro edition. At number 2, the 1990 Adidas Trefoil World Cup edition is beloved. And at number 1, Los Cafeteros' most iconic home shirt is Adidas's 2024 Centenary edition. It is a peach of a football shirt. Here's the Croatian national team's top 10 most iconic away shirts. At number 10, the 2024 Nike edition is elegant. At number 9, the 2016 edition is so sleek. At number 8, the minimalist 2014 World Cup edition is much appreciated. At number 7, the black 2020 edition is cleverly designed. At number 6, the 2018 World Cup edition looks tough. At number 5, the 2002 World Cup edition is a cult classic. At number 4, the 2008 edition looks spectacular. And at number 3, the collar on Lotto's 1998 edition set it off. At number 2, the sleeves on Nike's 2010 World Cup edition are exquisite. And at number 1, Croatia's most iconic away shirt is the 2004 World Cup edition. If you love checkerboard, you love Croatia. I do. God help me. Here's the Croatian national team's top 10 most iconic home shirts. At number 10, Nike's 2024 edition is very nice. At number 9, Lotto's 1998 edition is a great look. At number 8, the 2020 Nike edition is spectacular. At number 7, the smaller and bent squares are a cool touch on the 2016 edition. At number 6, the sleeves set the 2014 World Cup edition off. At number 5, the trim on the collar and sleeves is very thoughtful design on the 1996 Lotto edition. At number 4, the Nike 90 2004 edition is a cult classic. At number 3, the 2002 World Cup edition is a fan favorite. At number 2, the blue collar on the 2008 edition really pops. And at number 1, the 2000 Nike edition is Croatia's most iconic home shirt. The hoop collar is perfection. Here's Denmark's top 7 most iconic 3rd and special edition shirts. At number 7, Hummel's 2022 special edition is such a great design. At number 6, the red 2017 special edition is sleek. At number 5, the 80s retro striped inspired 2023 special edition looks great in any decade or century. At number 4, the red on red 2021 third shirt looks incredible. At number 3, Hummel's 2024 special edition is a gorgeous football shirt. At number 2, the black on black 2022 third shirt is so exquisite. And at number 1, the Danes' most iconic third shirt is the blue Hummel 1992 Euros edition, which proved to be something of a lucky charm. Here's the Danish national team's top 6 most iconic away shirts. At number 6, the 2016 edition by Adidas is very nice. At number 5, the 2014 edition is elegant, which you'd expect from Scandinavians. At number 4, the striped 1986 edition is very classy. At number 3, the 90s retro-inspired 2023 edition is a great look. At number 2, the minimalist 1996 edition is much appreciated. And at number 1, the Danes' most iconic away shirt is Hummel's 1992 Euros edition, which they won on Swedish soil. Here's the Danish national team's top 6 most iconic home shirts. At number 6, the 2012 Hummel edition is elegant. At number 5, the chevrons on the 1984 edition are a nice part of the design. At number 4, the 1988 edition is 80s design at its finest. At number 3, the 1986 striped edition is so classy in any decade or century. At number 2, the 2023 retro edition is a great look. And at number 1, speaking of great looks, the Danes' most iconic home shirt is the often imitated 1992 Euros edition, which Denmark won in Sweden that year. Here's Ecuador's top 7 most iconic shirts. At number 7, the 1998 World Cup Home Edition by Marathon is unforgettable. At number 6, the cut and colors of Marathon's 2024 third shirt are top-notch. At number 5, the pattern and shade of red on Marathon's 2024 Special Edition are very nice. At number 4, Marathon's Home Centenary Edition is elegant. At number 3, the Away Centenary Edition in dark blue is gorgeous. At number 2, Reebok's 1993 home shirt remains a fan favorite. And at number 1, the Ecuadorians' most iconic shirt is this plush blue and white Away Edition by Marathon. It is a gem. Here's the English national team's top 7 most iconic 3rd anniversary and special edition shirts. At number 7, Nike's Red 2013 Anniversary Edition is so sumptuous. At number 6, the White 2009 Umbro Special Edition is elegant. At number 5, Nike's 2017 Dark Blue 3rd shirt is sleek. At number 4, the Light Blue Umbro 1988 3rd shirt remains a fan favorite. At number 3, Nike's 2013 Home Anniversary Edition is a great looking football shirt. At number 2, Umbro's 1990 third shirt is highly sought after by collectors. And at number 1, England's most iconic third shirt is Umbro's cartoonish Three Lions light blue edition from 1992. It's 90s design at its finest. Here's the English national team's top 4 most iconic goalkeeper shirts. At number 4, Umbro's 2010-11 edition is elegant. At number 3, Umbro's Yellow Abstract 1994 edition is 90s design at its finest. At number 2, Umbro's Blue on Blue 1992 edition is a collector's item. And at number 1, the Brits' most iconic goalkeeper shirt is Umbro's 1996 Euros edition, which England hosted that year. Come on, England. Here's the English national team's top 6 most iconic home shirts. At number 6, the 3 lions on the collar of the 1994 Umbro edition is a nice touch. At number 5, Umbro's 2002 World Cup shirt is sleek. At number 4, Umbro's Minimalist 2012 edition is much appreciated. At number 3, Admiral's World Cup 1982 edition is very classy. At number 2, the Italia 1990 Umbro edition remains a fan favorite. And at number 1, the Brits' most iconic home shirt is the World Cup 1998 Umbro edition. Michael Owen forever, y'all. Here's France's top 11 most iconic away and third shirts. At number 11, the 2006 Adidas Away Edition is memorable. At number 10, the Minimalist 2015 Away Edition is much appreciated. At number 9, the stripes on the Adidas 2010 Away Edition look spectacular. At number 8, Adidas's 1996 away edition is 90s design at its finest. At number 7, Nike's powder blue third shirt from 2013 is a great look. At number 6, Nike absolutely nailed it with their 2014 away shirt. At number 5, Nike's 2011 away shirt is such a classy, retro French fashion. I love it. At number 4, the sleeves and collar on Nike's 2012 edition set it off. At number 3, Adidas's 1994 edition remains a fan favorite. At number 2, Nike's black and iridescent third shirt from 2017 is so sleek. And at number 1, France's most iconic away shirt is the 1998 Adidas World Cup winning edition. It is plush. Here's France's top 11 most iconic away and third shirts. At number 11, the 2006 Adidas Away Edition is memorable. At number 10, the minimalist 2015 Away Edition is much appreciated. At number 9, the stripes on the Adidas 2010 Away Edition look spectacular. At number 8, Adidas's 1996 Away Edition is 90s design at its finest. At number 7, Nike's powder blue third shirt from 2013 is a great look. At number 6, Nike absolutely nailed it with their 2014 away shirt. At number 5, Nike's 2011 away shirt is such a classy, retro French fashion. I love it. At number 4, the sleeves and collar on Nike's 2012 edition set it off. At number 3, Adidas's 1994 edition remains a fan favorite. At number 2, Nike's black and iridescent third shirt from 2017 is so sleek. And at number 1, France's most iconic away shirt is the 1998 Adidas World Cup winning edition. It is plush. Here's France's top 10 most iconic home shirts. At number 10, the 2006 Adidas World Cup edition is very nice. At number 9, the 1982 World Cup Adidas Trefoil edition is so classy. At number 8, the 1994 Adidas edition is 90s design at its finest. At number 7, the 1990 World Cup edition is spectacular. At number 6, the minimalist Nike Centenary edition is much appreciated. At number 5, Adidas's 1984 edition is highly sought after. At number 4, the Nike 2014 World Cup edition is so elegant. At number 3, the Nike World Cup 2022 edition is sleek. At number 2, the Adidas 1998 World Cup winner is timeless. And at number 1, France's most iconic home shirt is the 1996 Adidas edition with the tie-up collar. It is sumptuous. Here's the German national team's top 5 most iconic third and special edition shirts. At number 5, the sleeves and collar on the 2022 Adidas Special Edition are very nice. At number 4, the red 2004 third shirt is a great look. At number 3, the gold script on the 2023 Special Edition really pops. At number 2, the 2025 Minimalist Retro Adidas Trefoil Edition is much appreciated. And at number 1, the chairman's most iconic third shirt is the royal blue 1986-87 Adidas Trefoil Edition. It is a collector's item. Here's the German national team's top 11 most iconic away shirts. At number 11, the 1998 Euro Winter Edition by Adidas is a cult classic. At number 10, the black 2010 edition is sleek. At number 9, the green and black 2016 edition is very nice. At number 8, the 1996 edition is German design at its finest. At number 7, the 1992 edition remains a fan favorite. At number 6, the 1994 edition is incredible. At number 5, the 2018 edition has an 80s retro vibe I like lots. At number 4, the Adidas Trefoil 1991 edition is highly sought after by collectors. At number 3, the 1990 World Cup winner is unforgettable. At number 2, the black crest and German flag colorway on the 2020 edition helped establish this one as an instant classic. And at number 1, the Mannschafts' most iconic away shirt is the 2014 World Cup edition, the one they thrashed host Brazil in 7-1. Here's the German national team's top 3 most iconic goalkeeper shirts. At number 3, the 2025 anniversary Adidas Trefoil edition is sleek and elegant. At number 2, the 1994 World Cup Adidas Predator edition is 90s design at its finest. And at number 1, the 1992 Adidas Trefoil edition is the German's most iconic goalkeeper shirt. What a gem. Here's Germany's top 11 most iconic home shirts. At number 11, the 2008 Adidas edition has a great modern look. At number 10, the World Cup 2010 edition is elegant. At number 9, the 1998 World Cup edition remains a fan favorite. At number 8, the Euros 1996 edition is a cult classic. At number 7, the Striped 2020 edition is so sleek. At number 6, the 2012 edition is very classy. At number 5, the 2018 edition has a great 90s retro vibe. At number 4, the 2014 edition chevron is a great touch. At number 3, the 1992 edition is 90s design at its finest. At number 2, same goes for the 1994 edition. And at number 1, Die Mein Chef's most iconic home shirt is the 1990 Italia World Cup edition, which is the Germans won. Here's the Ghanaian national team's top 7 most iconic shirts. At number 7, Puma's 2025 Black Star Home Edition is an instant classic. At number 6, the 2012 home shirt by Puma is a great look. At number 5, Puma's 2017 home edition has such a spectacular collar and sleeves. At number 4, Adidas's 1998 home edition is eye-catching. At number 3, the 1992 Adidas Trefoil home edition is classic 90s design. At number 2, the 1993 Trefoil away edition is, in a word, spectacular. And at number 1, Ghana's most iconic shirt is the 1994 home edition. This is one of the first replicas I ever got and remains an all-time favorite. It is incredible. Here's the Dutch national team's top 11 away shirts. At number 11, Nike's 2020 Black Edition is sleek. At number 10, the Baby Blue 2008 edition is classy. At number 9, the Blue, Black, and Orange 2000 edition is a very good look. At number 8, Nike's 1998 edition is elegant. At number 7, the cut and color balance on the 1997 edition are top shelf. At number 6, the 2002 World Cup edition in black and orange is a cult classic. At number 5, the Minimalist 1994 Lotto edition is much appreciated. At number 4, Nike's 2013 edition is spectacular. At number 3, the modern sash look on the 2006 edition is so clever. At number 2, Lotto's 1996 edition is 90s design at its finest. And at number 1, Holland's most iconic away shirt is the 2014 Nike edition in varying shades of blue. It is exquisite. Hup hup Holland. Here's the Dutch national team's top 11 most iconic home shirts. At number 11, Nike's 1998 edition is classy. At number 10, the 2000 edition is elegant. At number 9, the 2016 edition looks great with blue trim. At number 8, the 2002 World Cup edition is a cult classic. At number 7, the 2008 edition has some great collar detail. At number 6, the shades of blue detail on the 2006 edition is a nice touch. At number 5, the 1997 edition is so sleek. At number 4, Lotto's Euros 1992 edition is a fan favorite. At number 3, the detail on the 2020 Nike edition is exquisite. At number 2, Lotto's 1994 edition is 90s design at its finest. And at number 1, Holland's most iconic home shirt is the 1988 European Cup Winners Adidas Trefoil edition. Ruud Gullit looked incredible in this. Here's the Iranian national team's most iconic shirts. At number 5, Adidas's 2016 home shirt is a great look. At number 4, the minimalist 2018 home Adidas edition is much appreciated. At number 3, Old Sport absolutely nailed it with this 2021 home edition. At number 2, Puma's 1998 away edition is memorable for being the shirt the Iranians beat the Americans in France at the World Cup. And at number 1, Iran's most iconic shirt is this plush red away edition from 2014 by Old Sport. Here's the Republic of Ireland's top 8 most iconic third, special edition, and goalkeeper shirts. At number 8, Umbro's 2006 third shirt is a great look. At number 7, the white 1996 goalkeeper shirt by Umbro is very nice 90s design. At number 6, Umbro's 2009 third shirt is so sleek. At number 5, the minimalist black and green 2012 Umbro third shirt is much appreciated. At number 4, the 2016 third shirt is elegant. At number 3, Castor's black with green trimmed third shirt from 2023 is much beloved. And at number 2, feast your eyes on the 1996 alternate goalkeeper shirt by Umbro. It is a sight to behold. And at number 1, among Ireland's most iconic shirt is the blue 2021 Centenary edition with the retro logo. Umbro absolutely nailed it with this one. Here's the Republic of Ireland's top 9 most iconic away shirts. At number 9, the 2012 Umbro edition is sleek. At number 8, the minimalist 2021 edition is much appreciated. At number 7, the sleeves on the 2016 edition set it off. At number 6, the horizontal green stripes on the 2009 edition are a nice touch. At number 5, the 2017 New Balance edition is so elegant. At number 4, the sleeves and collar on the 1978 edition are top-notch. At number 3, the 1988 Adidas Trefoil edition is timeless. At number 2, the World Cup 1990 Adidas Trefoil remains a fan favorite. And at number 1, Ireland's most iconic away shirt is the 1994 Adidas World Cup edition. It's a prim stargazer. Here's the Irish national team's top 10 most iconic home shirts. At number 10, Castor's 2023 edition is a very good look. At number 9, the cut, colors, and design of the 2022 Umbro edition are top shelf. At number 8, the 2020 New Balance edition is a gorgeous football shirt. At number 7, the 1992 Adidas equipment is much beloved. At number 6, the minimalist 2013 Umbro edition is much appreciated. At number 5, the 1990 Adidas Trefoil edition is so classy. At number 4, the 1988 Trefoil is somehow even classier. At number 3, the 1996 Umbro edition is such a gem. At number 2, Adidas's World Cup 1994 edition is spectacular. And at number 1, Ireland's most iconic home shirt is this plush 1998 Umbro edition. It's 90s design at its finest. Here's the Italian national team's top 6 most iconic 3rd anniversary and training shirts. At number 6, the minimalist 2004 third shirt is elegant. At number 5, Puma's 2012 anniversary edition remains a fan favorite. At number 4, the black and red Puma 2012 third shirt is a great look. At number 3, the white and gold 2023 Adidas anniversary edition is spectacular. At number 2, Puma's black and gold 2019 third shirt is as sleek as the day is long. And at number 1, Italy's most iconic shirt is, oddly enough, this plush 1995 training jersey by Nike. Why wasn't this worn during matches? It's incredible 90s design. Forza Italia. Here's Italy's top 6 most iconic away shirts. At number 6, Puma's 2016 edition is sleek. At number 5, Puma's predominantly white 2017 edition is elegant. At number 4, the pinstripe 2014 edition is classy in any decade. At number 3, the sleeves and collar on Nike's 1996 Euro edition look great. At number 2, the marble pattern and the colorway on the 2023 Adidas edition are top-notch. And at number 1, Italy's most iconic away shirt is their 1994 Diadora World Cup edition, Forza Azzurri. Here's the Italian national team's top 9 most iconic goalkeeper shirts. At number 9, the dark red 2006 Puma edition is sleek. At number 8, the red and blue minimalist 2012 edition is much appreciated. At number 7, the lime green Adidas 2023 edition is eye-catching. At number 6, Puma's 2021 edition is elegant. At number 5, the black Puma edition from 2010 has a great modern cut. At number 4, the World Cup 1994 Diadora edition might trigger some Italians due to the penalty shootout against Brazil. Be that as it may, this is a great shirt. At number 3, the white Puma 2010 is a great look. And at number 2, Diadora's 1992 edition is classic 90s design at its finest. And at number 1, Italy's most iconic goalkeeper shirt is the black and rainbow 2016 Puma edition. What a gem. Here's the Italian national team's top 7 most iconic home shirts. At number 7, the 2013 edition is so sleek. At number 6, Puma's 2014 edition looks fast. At number 5, the pattern on the 2020 edition is a great touch. At number 4, Puma's paneled blue on blue 2022 edition is elegant. At number 3, the blue on blue swirl and flag sleeve detail on the 2023 Adidas edition are top notch. At number 2, Nike's 1996 edition is one heck of a classy football shirt. And at number 1, Italy's most iconic home shirt is the 1994 Diadora World Cup edition. For the past several years, several national teams and club teams have taken to dropping special edition jerseys throughout the course of the year. Nobody's dominated that space more than the Japanese national team, who, in collaboration mostly with Adidas, but also a bit with Tokyo-based fashion brand Y3, have created dozens of jerseys that pay homage to the country's culture. So they've created, samurai jerseys, Buddhist jerseys related to nature, which we've done a video about before, and also anime videos, as you can see from this shirt here, Dragon Ball Z jersey. So today we're going to focus on our top 10 Japanese national team special editions anime related drops. Enjoy.
The next station is Shibuya.
Alright, so what do you think? Did we get the order right? Which jersey do you think is best? Do you have any of these shirts? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like the content, please like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Here's our top 10 nature-related Japan special editions. At number 10, Y3's two-tone blue is classy as they come. At number 9, this yin and yang black and white with bonsai tree and Adidas tray foil is so elegant. At number 8, this wave evoking traditional folk painting is a gem. I love the colors. At number 7, the flowers on this shirt with the green sleeves with the red and black badge. Oh man, this thing is so on point. At number 6, cherry blossoms and Mount Fuji on this are so spectacular. At number 5, the celestial scene in this shirt is so sumptuous. Look at this thing. At number 4, the mountains and script in this shirt, along with the pastels, is just such gorgeous design. At number 3, the mountains, sky, and coloring make this shirt something close to a work of art. At number 2,
The cherry blossoms in Mount Fuji on this shirt are nothing short of spectacular. And finally, number 1. The color scheme and waves evoking the ocean and sky on this shirt make it an instant classic. God, what a beauty. Alright, so what do you think? Did we get the order right? Which jersey do you think is best? Do you have any of these shirts? Let us know in the comments below. And if you like the content, please like and subscribe. See you in the next video.
Here's Japan's top 11 most iconic shirts. At number 11, Adidas' 1996 home shirt is classy. At number 10, the 2018 World Cup home edition is very nice. At number 9, the 2000 home edition is so sleek. At number 8, Asics 1998 home shirt is classic 90s design. At number 7, same goes for the 1998 away edition. At number 6, the light blue Adidas Centenary edition is a minimalist treat. At number 5, Y3's 2025 away edition is an instant classic. At number 4, same goes for Y3's 2025 home shirt. And at number 3, the cut, colors, and design of Adidas' 2022 World Cup away edition are top-notch. At number 2, Asics 1994 away edition is spectacular. And at number 1, Japan's most iconic shirt is Asics 1994 home edition. It is plush 90s design at its finest. Here's Jordan's top 3 most iconic shirts. At number 3, the all-black Kelme 2025 edition is so sleek. At number 2, Adidas' 2000 away edition is a very good look. At number 1, the Jordanians' most iconic shirt is the 2024-25 Kelme Red Home Edition. They qualified for the World Cup in these beauties, so you best believe they're an instant classic. Here's the Mexican national team's top 3 most iconic third and special edition shirts. At number 3, ABA Sports third shirt from 1998 is unforgettable. At number 2, the 2023 Adidas Special Edition is a great looking football shirt. And at number 1, Mexico's most iconic third shirt is their plush blue Italy 90 Adidas Trefoil Edition. It is spectacular. Here's the Mexican national team's top 7 most iconic away shirts. At number 7, the 1995 ABA Sport Edition is memorable. At number 6, the gold hem and logo on the Adidas 2015 edition is a nice touch. At number 5, the green chevron on the 2006 Nike edition is a very good look. At number 4, the green and red bands on the 2018 Adidas edition are elegant. At number 3, the bright red and black 2014 Adidas World Cup edition is bold. At number 2, the design and logo on the 2022 Adidas edition are incredible. And at number 1, Mexico's most iconic away shirt is the 1998 ABA Sport Edition. It's 90s design at its finest. Here's the Mexican national team's top 3 most iconic goalkeeper shirts. At number 3, the 1995 Jorge Campos edition is unforgettable. At number 2, the black and red edition is sleek. Ochoa looked great in this. And at number 1, Mexico's most iconic goalkeeper shirt is the 1994 Umbro Jorge Campos edition. It is a gem. Here's the Mexican national team's top 9 most iconic home shirts. At number 9, the 1995 ABA Sport Edition is snazzy. At number 8, Nike's 2002 World Cup Edition is classy. At number 7, Adidas' 2018 World Cup Edition has a cool 90s retro vibe. At number 6, Nike's 2006 Chevron World Cup Edition is a great look. At number 5, Adidas' 2014 edition is incredible. At number 4, the Adidas Trefoil 1990 World Cup Edition is spectacular. At number 3, Umbro's 1992-93 version is 90s design at its finest. At number 2, the 1998 ABA Sport Edition is an all-time favorite. And at number 1, Mexico's most iconic home shirt is ABA Sports Montezuma's Revenge third shirt in black. What a gem.
Here's the Nigerian national team's top 6 most iconic away shirts. At number 6, the Minimalist 2018 Nike edition is elegant. At number 5, the sleeves and collar on Nike's 2020 edition are so on point. At number 4, the shoulder design inspired by ancient glyphs are an incredible look on Nike's 2025 white edition. At number 3, the World Cup 1998 edition by Nike is sleek. At number 2, the collar and sleeves set the 1996 Nike edition off. And at number 1, the Super Eagles' most iconic away shirt is the 1994 World Cup edition by Adidas. What a gem.
Here's Nigeria's top 6 most iconic home shirts. At number 6, Nike's 2022 edition is very cleverly designed. At number 5, Nike's 2022 edition is spectacular. At number 4, Nigeria's first Nike shirt from 1995 is a great look. At number 3, the 1992 Adidas Trefoil edition is 90s design at its finest. At number 2, Adidas's 1994 World Cup edition is incredible. And at number 1, Nigeria's most iconic home shirt is this plush 1996 Nike edition. It is a gem. Here's Northern Ireland's top 10 most iconic away shirts. At number 10, the 2008 striped Umbro edition is classy. At number 9, the 2010 Umbro Chevron edition is a great look. At number 8, the black Adidas 2012 edition is so sleek. At number 7, the blue on blue Adidas 2015 edition is elegant. At number 6, the Minimalist 2016 edition is much appreciated. At number 5, the 1980 Adidas Trefoil edition is spectacular. At number 4, the Minimalist Adidas 2024 edition is so nice. At number 3, Umbro's 1990 edition is 90s design at its finest. At number 2, Umbro's striped 1992 edition is a cult classic. And at number 1, Northern Ireland's most iconic away shirt is the 1996 Asics edition. The checkerboard print and collar are perfect. Here's Northern Ireland's top 11 most iconic home shirts. At number 11, the 2016 Adidas edition is elegant. At number 10, the 2024 edition is electric. At number 9, the 2020 edition is a very good look. At number 8, the 2018 home edition is so sleek. At number 7, the dark green and light green 2014 edition delights my Celtic soul. At number 6, the 2012 pinstriped edition is a very nice touch. And at number 5, the 1992 Umbro pinstriped edition is classy. At number 4, the 1990 Umbro edition is 90s design at its finest. At number 3, the tie-up collar on the 2005 edition is top-notch. At number 2, the dark green on green check print is spectacular on the 2022 Adidas edition. And at number 1, Northern Ireland's most iconic home shirt is the 1996 Asics green on green check edition. It is gorgeous. Here's the New Zealand national team's top 7 most iconic shirts. At number 7, the Minimalist Blue 2006 Nike Away Edition is much appreciated. At number 6, the 2001 Nike Black Away Edition is classy. At number 5, the pattern on the 2021 Nike Away Edition is tribal. At number 4, Mitres 1997 Home Edition is a great look in any decade or century. At number 3, Ribeiro's 1993 Away Edition is 90s design at its finest. At number 2, the stark white but for light blue collar on the 2024 Puma home shirt is so sleek. At number 1, the colors and frond pattern on the 2024 Nike Away Edition help enshrine it as New Zealand's most iconic football shirt. Here's the Portuguese national team's top 7 most iconic away shirts. At number 7, Adidas's 1994 edition is classic 90s design. At number 6, Nike's 2022 edition is so sleek.
At number 5, Puma's 2025 edition is an instant classic. At number 4, the minimalist Nike 2014 edition is much appreciated. At number 3, the Adidas Trefoil 1992 edition is spectacular and highly sought after by collectors. At number 2, Nike's 2020 edition is a gorgeous design and colorway. And at number 1, Portugal's most iconic away shirt is the 2016 Euro Cup Winners Edition by Nike. It is timeless. Here's the Portuguese national team's top 6 most iconic home shirts. At number 6, the collar and sleeves on the 2025 Puma edition helped establish this as an instant classic. At number 5, the 2020 Nike edition is sleek and elegant. At number 4, the 1998 Adidas Trefoil edition is highly coveted by collectors. At number 3, the 2004 Nike 90 edition is unforgettable. CR7 debuted in this. At number 2, the 1992 Adidas Trefoil edition is a gorgeous football shirt. And at number 1, Portugal's most iconic home shirt is Nike's 2016 edition, which they won the Euros with. Ronaldo was oddly sidelined with an injury during most of the final. Here's Scotland's top 11 most iconic away shirts. At number 11, the baby blue 2005 Diadora edition is nice. At number 10, Umbro's 1998 edition is a cult classic. At number 9, Diadora's 2007 edition is a great look. At number 8, the 2020 Adidas edition is elegant. At number 7, the red Umbro pinstriped edition is a collector's item. At number 6, the cut, colors, and design of the Umbro 1982 edition are top-notch. At number 5, Umbro's Euros 1996 edition is 90s design at its finest. At number 4, the 2014 Adidas edition has an 80s vibe that I like lots. At number 3, speaking of, this 1988 Umbro edition is a trendsetter. At number 2, the red and blue striped 1993 edition is a sight to behold. And at number 1, Scotland's most iconic away shirt is this plush 1992 Umbro edition. It is spectacular. Here's the Scottish national team's top 11 most iconic home shirts. At number 11, the 1997 Umbro edition is classic 90s design. At number 10, the collar and pattern on the 1992 Umbro edition are top shelf. At number 9, the 1986 edition is elegant. At number 8, the 1998 edition is sleek. Number 7, the pinstripe 2019 Fila edition is a very good look. At number 6, Adidas's 2022 edition is very classy. At number 5, the plaid 2016 Adidas edition has a 90s retro vibe that I like lots. At number 4, Adidas's 2014 edition is gorgeous design. At number 3, the sleeves on the minimalist 2023 anniversary edition are top-notch. At number 2, the tie-up collar on the 1988 Umbro edition is a great touch. And at number 1, the plaid 1996 Umbro edition is, hands down, Scotland's most iconic home shirt. They should always wear plaid. Kilts too, if you ask me. Here's the Republic of South Korea's top 10 most iconic away and third shirts. At number 10, the 2008 away edition by Nike is elegant. At number 9, the 2010 away shirt by Nike is sleek. At number 8, the 1996 third shirt is a sight to behold. At number 7, the cut and colors of the 2022 away edition are top-notch. At number 6, the 2021 away edition is clever design. At number 5, the color swirl on Nike's 2024 away shirt look great. At number 4, the 1993 away edition is a collector's item. At number 3, the 2002 World Cup away edition by Nike, which was hosted by South Korea, is timeless. At number 2, Nike's 1996 away edition is spectacular. And at number 1, South Korea's most iconic away shirt is this plush Rapido designed edition from 1995. Here's the Republic of South Korea's top 8 most iconic home shirts.
At number 8, the uncommonly white 1994 edition has a cool design. At number 7, the traditional red 2002 Nike World Cup edition, hosted by South Korea, is unforgettable. At number 6, the 2008 edition is sleek. At number 5, Nike's 2000 edition is a great look. At number 4, the Neo sash on the 1996 Nike edition is a nice touch. At number 3, Nike's 2022 edition looks spectacular. At number 2, the cut, colors, and design of the 2021 Nike edition are top shelf. And at number 1, the Republic of South Korea's most iconic home shirt is the 2024 Nike edition. It is dreamy. Here's the Spanish national team's top 5 most iconic 3rd and special edition shirts. At number 5, the navy blue Adidas 2004 3rd shirt is elegant. At number 4, the 2008 special edition is gorgeous. At number 3, the 2016 3rd shirt is regal. At number 2, Adidas' 1996 3rd shirt is timeless. And at number 1, Spain's most iconic 3rd shirt is the World Cup 1994 Adidas edition. It is dreamy. Here's the Spanish national team's top 7 most iconic away shirts. At number 7, I dare anyone to defy that the 1999 Adidas edition is a functional shirt. At number 6, the color of the 2012 edition is a nice touch. At number 5, the navy blue 2010 World Cup winning edition is sleek. At number 4, Spain hosted the 1982 World Cup in this plush Adidas trefoil gem. At number 3, the tessellated 2016 white Adidas edition is a great look. At number 2, the 1992 Adidas Equipment edition is timely in any decade or century. And at number 1, Spain's most iconic away shirt is the 1996 Euros Adidas edition. It is regal as a beagle. Here's the Spanish national team's top 5 most iconic goalkeeper shirts. At number 5, Adidas' 2024 edition is a great look. At number 4, the gray on gray 2018 edition is sleek. At number 3, the 1994 World Cup Adidas Predator edition is unforgettable. At number 2, Adidas' 1992 edition is so dynamic. And at number 1, Spain's most iconic goalkeeper shirt is the 1982 World Cup Adidas Trefoil edition in blue. It is a gem. Here's the Spanish national team's top 11 most iconic home shirts. At number 11, the 2013 Adidas edition is memorable. At number 10, the 2012 Adidas edition has huge sleeves. At number 9, the 1992 Adidas Equipment is a good look. At number 8, the 1998 edition is regal. At number 7, the 2014 edition is sleek. At number 6, the 2000 edition is elegant. At number 5, the 2010-2011 World Cup winner is legendary. At number 4, the minimalist 1982 World Cup Adidas Trefoil edition, a tournament hosted by the Spaniards, is much appreciated. At number 3, the 1996 edition is classy. At number 2, the 90s retro-inspired 2018 World Cup edition is spectacular. And at number 1, Spain's most iconic home shirt is the 1994 Adidas edition. It's nostalgic 90s goodness at its finest. Here's the Uruguayan national team's top 7 most iconic shirts. At number 7, Le Coq Sportif's home edition from 1986 is elegant. At number 6, Uruguay were World Cup semifinalists in this 2010 Puma edition. At number 5, Le Coq Sportif's 1986 away edition is so sleek. At number 4, Inier's 1998 home edition is classic 90s design. At number 3, the sun woven into the fabric of Puma's 2018 World Cup edition is a great touch. At number 2, the
uber rare red 1994 Anier edition is highly sought after by collectors. And at number 1, Uruguay's most iconic shirt is the 2013 Puma Home edition with the lace-up collar. It is a gem. Here's the United States national team's top 6 most iconic away shirts of the 20th century. At number 6, the 1984 Adidas Trefoil LA Olympics edition is a great look. At number 5, the minimalist 1999 Nike edition in red is much appreciated. At number 4, the 1988 Adidas Trefoil edition is Adidas design at its finest. At number 3, the 1993 Adidas Equipment Edition is sleek. At number 2, the Italy 1990 World Cup Edition Adidas Trefoil is timeless. And at number 1, the Americans' most iconic away shirt of the 20th century, the American century, is their 1994 Adidas World Cup Edition. Stars and stripes forever, y'all. Yeehaw. Here's the US national team's top 10 most iconic away shirts of the 21st century. At number 10, the minimalist Nike edition from 2000 is sleek. At number 9, the 2011 red with blue sash edition is snazzy. At number 8, the 2 tones of navy on the 2012 edition is a very nice touch. At number 7, the infamous World Cup 2014 Popsicle Edition is unforgettable. At number 6, the retro blue with white sash is so sleek. At number 5, the retro 2006 Special Edition is very classy. At number 4, the 2007 Copa America Pinstripe Edition has a cool baseball vibe. Go Cubs. At number 3, the 2006 Retro Away Edition is one of my favorite USNT shirts ever. And at number 2, the Pinstripe Dark Blue 2025 Nike Edition is an instant classic. This is a real beauty. And at number 1, the US national team's most iconic away shirt of the 21st century is the 2002 World Cup Edition. They almost shook up the world in this, but for some bad roughing against Germany. Here's the US national team's top 7 most iconic home shirts of the 20th century. At number 7, the home Adidas Trefoil edition from 1988 is sleek. At number 6, the blue home LA Olympics edition Adidas Trefoil from 1984 is dapper. At number 5, the Nike 1998 France World Cup edition is a nice look, though that was a horror show of a tournament for the Yanks. At number 4, the 1990 Trefoil World Cup edition is a good look. That was also a disastrous tournament for the Americans, but unlike 1998, they had no expectations. At number 3, the first ever time the Americans wore Nike, it was in this elegant 1996 edition. At number 2, the Adidas Equipment 1992-93 edition is such nostalgic goodness. And at number 1, the Americans' most iconic home shirt of the 20th century is the 1994 World Cup Adidas edition, which they hosted in. Here's the US national team's top 7 most iconic home shirts of the 21st century. At number 7, the 2019 Nike edition has great sleeves. At number 6, the minimalist 1950s retro style Nike edition from 2014 is sleek. At number 5, the red stripe with sash 2012 edition is memorable. At number 4, the 2000 Nike edition is elegant. At number 3, the 2021 edition has some great detail that set it apart. At number 2, the cut, colors, and design of Nike's 2023 edition are top-notch. And at number 1, the Americans' most iconic home shirt of the 21st century is the 2002 World Cup edition. They had one heck of a run in this. Here's Uzbekistan's national team's most iconic jerseys. At number 3, the Green Admiral 1992 Home Edition is classic 90s design. At number 2, Jacco's 2023 white away shirt has a great traditional pattern interwoven into the design that I like a lot. At number 2, the logo and color help establish the 1996 Adidas Home Edition as the Uzbeks' most iconic jersey.
Here's the Welsh national team's top 11 most iconic away shirts. At number 11, the 2006 Kappa edition is sleek. At number 10, the 2007 Kappa edition has some clever detail. At number 9, Umbro's Retro 2012 edition is a great look. At number 8, the 2014 Adidas edition looked magnificent on Gareth Bale. At number 7, Adidas's 2016 edition is elegant. At number 6, the cut, colors, and design on the 2024 edition are top shelf. At number 5, Umbro's 1994 design is classic 90s vibes. At number 4, Lotto's 1996 third shirt is very nice. At number 3, the 1996 Lotto Away edition is very cool, but also very similar to Morocco's that year. At number 2, the white striped 1992 Umbro edition is a great looking football shirt. And at number 1, Wales' most iconic away shirt is this plush 1990 edition by Umbro. It is incredible. Here's the Welsh national team's top 10 most iconic home shirts. At number 10, Admiral's 1996 edition is Boogie Nights. At number 9, the 1984 Adidas Trefoil edition is classy. At number 8, the minimalist Umbro 2011 edition is much appreciated. At number 7, the 2007 Kappa edition is even more minimalist. At number 6, the V-collar on the 2006 Kappa edition is retro cool. At number 5, the pinstripe 2015 edition looked very dapper on Gareth Bale. At number 4, the 1992 edition is 90s design at its apogee. At number 3, the stripes and collar on the 1994 edition are top-notch. At number 2, Lotto's 1992 edition is also 90s design at its finest. And at number 1, Umbro's 1990 edition is Wales' most iconic home shirt. It is a gem, in this case a red ruby.